So welcome back to the channel. Going to be continuing with the working on the Civic, trying to get the engine swapped out. Removed both engines from the coupe and the hatch, and in this video we're going to be cleaning up the D16 engine here, D16y7. We're going to clean it up, paint the rocker cover, get rid of all the oil, replace the oil, and basically just get it ready to get it replaced back into the EK. We're going to replace the sump gasket, which is leaking at the minute, so we want to get that replaced. And then while we're at that, we'll be changing the oil out and just cleaning everything up, just so it's nice and clean to go back into the EK. So I got the sump all sorted and I fixed the gasket on it, so it shouldn't leak now. So what I want to do now is take off this rocker cover, get rid of all the flakiness of it, and then I'm going to go ahead and paint it. And I'm going to be using some more VHT wrinkle, which is blue stuff, just like on the other rocker cover on the other engine. But I want to use this engine because I know these spark plug seals are good. And the spark plug seals on the D14 are actually worn out, so because we had a lot of oil coming into the spark plug area. So you can see there's seals just up here on the top of the rocker, which have gone on the other one, and I don't have any replacement at the minute for them. So the easiest thing is to just use this actual rocker cover and just clean it up and paint it just like the other old one. Right, so I've got everything masked up here and it's ready to get painted, so I'm just going to go ahead spray this now with the VHT wrinkle, which is heat resistant as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint this up and give it a couple of coats. Almost completely dry, so it's going to take a while, but we're starting to get the wrinkles here, and so I'm just going to let that completely dry for now. I want to move on to replacing the timing belt and water pump. Tried to take off the crank pulley here, but the engine is just lifting up because it's so tight, and I've tried with the big impact as well and it's not coming out. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm not going to be able to change the timing belt or the water pump just yet. So what I'm going to do is get the engine back into the car, and then I will change the timing belt, because then I'll be able to, the engine won't be moving anywhere, and I'll be able to pull out the crank pulley. I'll be able to pull out the crank pulley once it's all mounted up. I'm just going to go ahead, bolt it all back up, and it should be ready to go back into the car. So I got the engine bolted in. I just need to put the torque mounts in. So now that's in, I'm going to try and replace the timing belt and the water pump. So now I can loosen this crank bolt. Before, when it was out, the engine wasn't mounted. The engine would just lift up. I didn't have enough leverage. I got the belts off, but turns out the belts are different sizes. So the D16 belt has 104 teeth and the D14 has 103 teeth on the belt. So these little ribs. so I can't actually switch them. So what I'm going to do, I've ordered an actual new timing belt for the D16 here. So I'm just going to put it all back together with the original belt, just so I can get it running for now, and then once the belt arrives, I can then replace it as well, along with the water pump and everything else. So I'm just going to go ahead, put it all back together, put the timing belt back on, and as well bolt everything back up on the D14, so we can just put it back into the coupe. Engine is back in. I put the timing belt back on as well, and it's all timed up. So we're just gonna use the old timing belt and water pump for now. I've got a new one on order since they were different size to the D14. So the D14 had 103 teeth and this had 104. Just gonna use that till I get the other one. So that's about all I can do for this video. I do need to switch the heads. This is the old one and the new one's over there. So that's all I can do for this video. I'm waiting on some parts, so like the gaskets, intake gasket and exhaust gaskets. Next video I will probably get the engine running and sort the immobilizer issue I have. The D16 ECU has an immobilizer just like the D14, so I'm gonna have to figure a way how to sort that out. Hopefully have everything all back together, put on the intake, exhaust, and just basically get it all running, and hopefully it runs well. That's about it. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.